I'm not sure where I am on this, but in the last 7 days, Michael Vick was named as Norfolk State coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And as of last night, there's some worries, some noise around DeSean Jackson being
Delaware
named
State.
head coach of the Delaware State.
Correct.
Now, a lot of people kind of come out of left, well, in a different perspective by saying, you get these coaches working hard and going up through the system, high school and been
Mm-hmm.
and waiting for an opportunity like that. But now they're taking guys who never coached before
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
to come in and lead these programs, and they don't think it's fair. I want to get you guys' opinion about that because one is that I thought that you had to have a minimum. You have to have a degree as a minimum requirement to be a head coach at a Division I school, particularly MEAC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not the case, or maybe some, I don't know. But anyway, just the whole topic around celebrity guys coming in, leading programs, not going through the ranks of a lot of coaches going through. And a lot of them, I know Michael Vick doesn't have a degree, and I'm not sure that DeSean Jackson has one too. So I'm just curious what you guys think about that.
First and foremost, I have always and will always be a believer of, and a lot of people have heard me say this before, had debates about this. I am a fan of education, but I respect degrees. All right?
Okay.
So a lot of people are like, what does that mean? Well, I believe education is the most important.
Yeah.
Period. A degree is a symbol, but the education is what's important. Those who have education and an ability to be able to lead, I think deserve an opportunity to do so.
Mm-hmm.
I think too often in many areas, one of the things that's void and missing, which is why things fail or aren't progressing, is void of leadership, because we relied on someone without an education in how to do that to be in charge.
Mm-hmm.
I think bringing people back that have an ability to lead, ability to reach out, touch, impact people's lives, young people's lives, deserve an opportunity to do those things, regardless of how many places they've been and what they can do, what they can't do, because no one's ever done it until you've done it.
Mm.
That's just the way. Those are the facts. Those are just the facts. People say, when is the last time a guy's been hired as a Power 4 head coach that had never been one before? Every person that's done it for the first time. Just think about it. If you've never coached at a Power 4 school in your first Power 4 job, what are you saying? This is my first Power 4 job. If you never coached at high school and you got your first high school head coach job, guess what? It's your first high school head coaching job.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Those are the things. So when you hire someone, you look for certain intangibles, certain abilities, and certain things that they can do, because you're hiring that person to do what they have learned how to do, and they've been educated, and they have demonstrated in other areas that they have the ability to be able to pull it all together. That's what you're hiring. You're not hiring some ready-made cake that's already there. Because throughout, that's why we get in the recycle issue. We recycle all these coaches because you think you're hiring, a person that's already has experience. No, what you hired is a person that's made a bunch of mistakes.
Right.
Right? Or not necessarily, I'm sorry. That's not necessarily true. They hired a person that possibly made some mistakes and made some missteps, and putting them in charge now, hoping that they can learn from the mistakes that they made. Okay. Why wouldn't you give a guy that has certain intangibles and ability to be able to give him a shot to lead? Yeah. So I think it's a great thing, honestly.
Okay.
So where did the education come? Because they played, they got educated on the game? Is that what you're saying?
No, not necessarily. You have to be around the game.
That's a good question, though.
You can get educated. You can.
That's where the degree in the school. That's the education. So I'm just trying to figure out which one.
You have to be a student of the game.
Okay.
You have to be around the game. You have to be a student of the game. You can get it in multiple different areas.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You can get it as a film assistant. You can get it as an assistant. You can get it as a player, right? You can get it as a coach, so at different levels.
Right.
But you have to be a student of the game. You have to be educated.
Yeah.
In the game.
And I know that Deion Talladega Carter pretty much gave him a degree. He had a connection there.
Yeah.
He had to do that before he went to work at Jackson State.
Didn't teach him nothing about coaching.
I know, but my point is that was one of the requirements. You're going to lead men education. You're in an education environment. You're going to lead men. And ultimately, you want people that come to school to graduate. I mean, that's part. That should be part of the scenario. Right. Which means you get a degree and you lead a man that you're a leader, but you don't have one. That may be anyway. That's why Deion did that, so he got it. Then I'm thinking like, well, maybe that's not a requirement anymore because I'm looking at Mike and Vick and DeSean Jackson, which I hope they do. I love to see what happens with them, but I just thought that I wasn't sure that requirement was still there or not. That's
right. And I love to see what's going on there, but I do favor the other part that you were talking about with the coaches that have been coaching, that have the experience, that it's their time, but they can't get their time because of the celebrity status of Coach X that hasn't coached at all. And just because you can play football, because you played in the NFL.
So Jonas went so hard at that.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, he went hard on that
at all.
Yeah.
Because you can recruit better, because it's all about getting the recruits.
They can recruit better. Because that's what they can recruit better. Those are the facts. They can recruit better.
Okay.
They can. I mean.
I guess everything goes with the NIL. Now it's the NIL of coaches, the name recognition.
Well, let me say this.
Celebrity status.
What's the coach of Miami name? Larry Nago.
Oh yeah.
You know why he stepped down? He said they went to the Final Four, and 8 players off the Final Four teams come back the previous year. Mm-hmm. All 8 of them left because he didn't have enough money. He said, well, Miami didn't have enough money at all. He said, what am I doing?
Right.
He said, so it ain't about you being a coach, a teaching. It's about how much money you get. So he said, is that where the sport's going? I'm out. That's why in the middle of the season, he is stepping down.
And celebrity
He's stepping down.
No, it's not just fact. Because I may be able to go somewhere else and hold on and get my money and play for a great program and a great coach.
Wait a minute, Mac. We just went to the Final Four. 8 of us coming back to school. We can go again, but the money and one. He said 2 top players literally said, "Coach, I want to stay, but they offered me more money over here." That's why they left. And to his point, it's like, well, I'm not sure why I even need to be here, because you can bring somebody who knows nothing about nothing. And they can and the people can pay enough money for get the right players, and it doesn't matter, because the coach that's been a coach for 40 years, like he's been coach forever, and a very good coach. He's fair to show, been on our show, and he quits. This is December. He's quitting. Yeah. He's done.
And these younger coaches that are working their way up, where are they going?
Yeah. You're a junior at the University of Miami. You're a mid tier, maybe second round NBA draft pick, possibly. And this school, you just went to the Final Four. Coming off of the Final Four, school offers you $1.2 or just say $1.5 million versus $300,000 to stay in Miami and try to get another NBA, get a NCAA championship. Nobody's taking that deal.
My point, Mac.
Nobody's taking that deal.
This is not mad about the players. He's mad at the system. He's like, well, you don't need me. Why am I coaching people knowing that if I don't have enough paper in my account, so to speak, I can't keep the players I need to keep. It ain't about me trying to teach them to become men or whatever. It's about who's paying the most money.
It's about what you're offering. Because the only thing that you can offer me is your knowledge of the game. I've been here for 3 years.
I'm gonna give you money. I don't have enough money to give you. I can't compete against people giving you other money though. I mean more money.
Right, but they can get. First of all, I've been here for 3 years. I've learned a lot from you, Coach. I really do appreciate it. But they're going to give me $1 million more, right, to take what you've taught me to go here and play. I get it. You wish I would stay here and play another year for you. But, Coach, they offered me $1 million more. I played here for 2 years, 3 years, whatever, right? I've learned a lot from you. Some people say, well, you owe them another year.
So let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question. What are we even playing for as a player or even as fans watching it? I mean, we want them to go to the Final Four. We want to win championships, but that really this speaks to me that really doesn't matter to nobody.
Now they are professionals. This is their profession, and they're getting the most money.
So why we even get geared up over that?
We're going to go to Chuck because I got an answer for that, and we've been watching it real time for at least 5 to 10 years.
And you got 8 players?
Real time. We've been watching it real time for at least 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
We got Chuck on line.